নমস্কার শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা, সেতু দ্য ব্রিজে আপনাদের স্বাগত। দেশ বিদেশের গল্প নিয়ে আমরা চলে এসেছি আপনাদের কাছে। আমাদের চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে ভুলবেন না। আপনাদের সবার শুভেচ্ছা আর অনুপ্রেরণা সাথে করেই আমরা এগিয়ে যেতে চাই। গল্প শুনে কেমন লাগলো তা অবশ্যই জানাবেন, আর সাথে রইল অনুরোধ লাইক এবং শেয়ার করার। আমরা এই যাত্রা শুরু করছি আমাদের ভাষা এবং আমাদের ঐতিহ্যের শিকড়ের কাছে পৌঁছানোর প্রচেষ্টা নিয়ে। তাই থাকছে এমন কিছু গল্প যা আমাদের পরিচয় করাবে নতুন ও পুরনো লেখনী এবং চিন্তাধারার সাথে। চলুন তাহলে শুরু করা যাক। একটি বাঙালি ছেলে বিদেশের মাটিতে দাঁড়িয়ে হঠাৎই একদিন উপলব্ধি করল তার নিজের মাতৃভাষার গুরুত্ব। নিজেকে বোঝাবার দায় শুধু তার একার নয়, অপর পক্ষেরও তো কিছু দায়িত্ব থেকে যায়। মাতৃভাষা দিবসের প্রাক্কালে সেতু দ্য ব্রিজ স্মরণ করতে চায় সেই সব বীর শহীদদের, মাতৃভাষার জন্য একদিন যারা প্রাণ দিয়েছিলেন। আজকের নিবেদন লেখিকা দেবশ্রী ভট্টাচার্যের লেখা প্যারিসে পিজুশ।
A beautiful announcer breaks the rules of the airport and sheds all her elegance to keep saying something in an angry voice. She continues to say, and the other passengers stare with more and more angry eyes. And Piyush is right there in front of the announcer.
Piyush Chakraborty! Mr. Piyush Chakraborty!
She shouted again, but Piyush doesn't understand a thing. He now must go to gate 25A. It was almost time for the plane to leave. He's going to Paris, the only one selected from Calcutta Art College, to do a special course on art in Paris. Piyush was able to navigate the Calcutta airport, but now the maze of Abu Dhabi is a different ballgame. He couldn't find the 25A gate even after trying for almost an hour. Some gave him weird stares when he asked them about gate 25A. People don't care much about art in Calcutta. For example, Nandi Kaku of his neighborhood fixed his glasses and spoke.
So, what are you doing?
I do painting, uncle.
Oh, painting.
He didn't appreciate it at all, but still wanted to know the details of it.
Painting is good, but exactly what do you do? I mean, how do you earn your bread and butter?
That's what I said, uncle. I do painting.
So, you teach painting.
Piyush smiled that day, but now that smile is gone. 15 minutes to go, and the beautiful announcer had left, and a huge person with the physique of Mike Tyson takes the microphone and says angrily,
Piyush Chakraborty, your flight is about to take off.
The last part of the announcement wakes up Piyush. Oh dear, were they calling my name for so long?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Piyush Chakraborty. I mean, this is Piyush Chakraborty.
The gentleman, with an angry look, says something in a foreign language and almost drags him to the elevator and said,
Get down, take metro, and
the rest, even though it was unspoken, but it was easy to guess that he meant
get the hell out.
2 minutes to flight time, and Piyush runs like Usain Bolt to the gate. The air hostesses was staring at him and may have gotten the information from the other guy that this is the guy who wasn't paying attention to the announcements. Finally, he finds his seat and sits down and ties the seat belt. Another beautiful steward comes and asks him.
Anything to drink, sir?
In front of her was a trolley full of bottles with a variety of drinks.
Would you like to see the menu?
She offers a whole list of drinks and Piyush ignores everything and says,
No, that's fine. Give me a glass of water, please.
That steward goes away, seemingly disappointed, never to return. He waited for 30 minutes in vain for the water and went off to sleep. Finally, he lands in Paris, the dream city. Piyush always dreamt of visiting Paris. Whatever it is, Nondi Kaku won't taunt him by asking,
Painting is good, but how do you earn your bread and butter?
There are two sides of a coin. Even though Nandi Kaku asked uncomfortable questions, he would go out of his way to help another person. Piyush grew up in a place where, despite Google Maps, people will still confirm the location from a local chai stall or an auto driver. People here move like robots. Nobody has time for anyone. And even if they do, they won't notice you. Not sure how to reach the hotel. The cabs will stop quite a distance away, but how to get there? Who is going to tell Piyush? If he dares to ask someone, he gets the same answer.
No French.
No French, but I know English.
Sorry. No English. Only French.
Finally, he manages to get to the cab stop only to find the cab had left. Right from childhood, Piyush learned that along with Bengali, one must learn English too. But that's not helping here either. After 2 hours of struggling, he finally reaches his hotel. Complimentary breakfast has already begun. He must have as much food as possible to possibly skip lunch. Looking at the arrangement, Piyush remembers Nondi Kaku's words. Bread and butter. He finds so many types of breads along with all sorts of butter here. And there were raw eggs with boiling water beside it, so that you can boil them according to your liking. Piyush has never boiled an egg in his life, but he has to do so today. He asks a young lady how long he should boil the egg. The lady stares back in amazement. She asks him,
Where are you from?
India.
No egg in India.
What does she mean? There is no egg in India? Of course there is. There are millions of hens laying billions of eggs every day of every week. Piyush hurriedly replies,
No, there are eggs. But actually, I don't know how to boil it.
With more amazement, the young lady replied,
7 to 8 minutes.
At least taking the blame on himself, he was able to keep his motherland from being ashamed. There is a huge exhibition going on in a massive gallery. Participants from various countries had brought their best works. Piyush's painting is getting lots of attention. An abstract art. He is now a bit used to the place and its customs. Even managed to learn a few French terms from Google and YouTube to get along. A young lady was trying to understand his work for quite some time, so she asked for his explanation.
Pouvez-vous, s'il vous plaît, expliquer?
This is called Drishtibhram, an optical illusion.
It's an odd piece of art. It looks square from close up, but a diamond from distance. That's why it's called Drishtibhram.
Quoi?
Piyush was smiling. Today is his day. He didn't want to come here. In fact, they gave him a scholarship to bring him here. He doesn't need to speak their language. Nobody here speaks anything but their mother tongue. So why won't Piyush do the same too? And he starts speaking in pure Bengali.
This is Drishtibhram. Something may not look like the way it should look like. Looks can change from different angles. Depends on viewer's perspective. That's what I wanted to portray here. So I named it Drishtibhram. If you look at this closely, it will look like a square. But it will look like a diamond if you look at it from a distance.
Pure Bengali. He hasn't spoken such pure Bengali for a while. The lady looks at him in wonder and asks,
No English?
No, ma'am. No French, no English. Only Bengali.
Piyush hasn't had such an unbridled happiness since he landed here. Once there was a war fought because of his language. Thousands lost their lives. Maybe it's his turn now to teach the world his mother tongue.
আপনাদের সকলের কেমন লাগলো আজকের গল্প? যদি ভালো লাগে গল্প পাঠ, তবে কমেন্ট করে জানান আর কোন গল্প শুনতে চান। আমাদের এই প্রচেষ্টাকে উদ্বুদ্ধ করতে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের চ্যানেল। তাহলে আজকের মতো আসি বন্ধুরা, আগামী সপ্তাহে দেখা হবে আরেকটি গল্প নিয়ে। সকলে ভালো থাকবেন, সেতুর সাথে যুক্ত থাকবেন।